Do you suspect your spouse of seeing another? Want to find out what are the signs of a cheating spouse? Then stay tuned, because this is the Hobbyist Guide to Dating, and I'm here to give you my 12 tips on how to catch a cheat. Hi, I'm Sharon Mason, experienced dater and author of the Hobbyist Guide to Dating, and I'd like to let you into a few secrets I've learned from personal experience on what are the signs of a cheating spouse or partner and how to spot them. Now, in isolation, each one of these behaviours might not amount to cheating by itself, but when seen in combination with the others, you should be on your guard. Number 1, use your intuition. What does your intuition tell you? I've always had very strong intuition and can usually tell when something doesn't feel genuine. You get this sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. Your gut is trying to tell you something. It's not called a gut instinct for nothing. If you sense that someone is lying to you, then in all likelihood they are. So keep a lookout for the next few behaviours. Number 2, a sudden change in their schedule. If your significant other suddenly has a change in their schedule, maybe for work or in their leisure time, maybe they've started a new hobby like golf, maybe they're having to work more overtime or spend weekends or evenings at the office working on a new project. Now, I'm not saying that all hobbies or overtime at work means that they're cheating, not at all. I'm saying that in combination with the other points from this list, it's certainly something they would use to cover their tracks. Number 3, a trip away without you. Have they suddenly sprung on you a trip away for work, a conference, a training course, something along those lines, maybe even a stag weekend or a trip away with the boys? If you suspect that there's more to it than that, you can see what happens when you suggest coming along or meeting them there. If they blanch, stutter, and try to make an excuse as to why you cannot or shouldn't come along, then take that as a red flag. They might say something like, "I'm going to be working the whole time, so it won't be much fun for you. You'll have a much better time at home. Why don't you see your friends?" Number 4, personal grooming. If they're making much more of an effort with their appearance, if they've gone for a new look, been shopping for a new wardrobe, changed their aftershave or joined a gym suddenly, these can also be telltale signs of cheating, making them more attractive to another person. Number 5, lack of interest in you. Have they suddenly seemed to have lost interest in you physically or romantically? Do they tell you they have no mojo or drive? Do they seem otherwise happy in their life? Do they make excuses as to why they don't want to kiss you or touch you, for example? They might say that they've got problems at work or an issue with a family member that they're concerned about, but if they aren't showing signs of depression and you're trying your best to keep them interested, then maybe there's something else going on there. Number 6, embellishing their story. If they give a story of where they've been or where they're going, they'll try to over-egg it or give more details than usual to try to cover their tracks. This may include props, for example. Let's say their cover story is that they've just taken up golf and they're off for a golfing weekend. They will make this big show of their new golf clubs and putting them in their car. It's always about how something looks, so they will always make a show of what they want you to see. Remember that. They may say they're sleeping on their mate's sofa for the night and make a show of taking their pillows with them, when in fact they're spending a night in a hotel with their lover. Number 7, texting and calling. If you've noticed them texting or on social media at odd times of the day or night, if you see them on their phone and they quickly close what they were doing or they look guilty, if they suddenly start leaving the room or the house to make private phone calls, or you start getting strange phone calls which hang up when you answer at home, these are big red flags that they're having an affair. Number 8, making excuses or contradicting themselves. Have they started to make odd excuses as to why they can't go on that long weekend you've been planning for ages, or why they can't come with you to see your elderly parents? Do the reasons they're giving seem likely or unlikely? Do they often contradict themselves? Did they originally tell you that they were off on the bank holiday and now they're suddenly working? Number 9, body language. When they're making their excuses or you suspect them of using a cover story, watch their body language. Do they break eye contact? Do they fidget? Do they look to their right or cross their arms in front of their chest? These are all signs that they may be lying. Check out my other video on how to tell if my boyfriend is lying to me for more signs. Number 10. Change in behaviour. Has their overall demeanour or behaviour changed? They suddenly developed a liking for something new that you don't know where it came from? A new food? Something new in the bedroom? Are they doing things that seem out of character? Have they suddenly taken up jogging? Number 11. Check their expenses. If you have a shared bank account, check for expenses or unusual withdrawals of large amounts of cash. You're looking for transactions from restaurants, hotels, or on gifts that you don't recognise. Number 12. Being critical. Last but not least, have they suddenly become critical of you or irritated by you in some way? Have they made an excuse to sleep in a separate bedroom? Maybe they've told you that you snore. That's an easy one to check. You can record yourself with your phone. If your partner has been exhibiting a combination of these behaviours, it might be time for you to confront them and find out what's going on. You don't have to just put up and shut up. I hope my tips made you feel more informed. Please do like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. And you can find a link to my free guide, The Top 10 Tips for Successful Dating, in the description below. See you next time.